SCACS lobbyist Robert Adams coming to you from the State House front steps on Wednesday, June the 19th. Today is the second day of the special conference committee report, veto, sine die session, where the House has just adopted the state budget on a close 54 to 52 vote, and the Senate is expected to take that up shortly and is expected to approve it as well. That will mean that the governor will have a week to veto any parts of the budget that she doesn't like, and the session will return next Wednesday for what will probably be the final day of the 2013 session, where any vetoes by the governor on the budget are taken up by the House and the Senate. One thing to point out in this year's budget that was a big win for SCACS is significant funding, a total of $500 million of funding for infrastructure for roads and bridges that was put in through bonding in this year's budget. Some of our legislative members who will be coming to the SCACS convention were key to that coming about, including Senator Shane Martin, Danny Verdon, and Larry Grooms, and House Ways and Means Chairman Brian White. Why that is important to us is that funding being included in this year's budget was the end of the road for any discussion during this session of an increase in the fuel tax, which was a great win for our industry, a huge win for our retailers, and we want to say thank you to those members and the General Assembly as a whole for doing that. It's a big win for the entire convenience store industry, and we're very happy with that. Another non-legislative matter, but one that's a big state government issue that I want to update you on, is the DHEC, that's the Department of Health and Environmental Control, push to submit to the federal government a waiver for the way SNAP food stamps are administered and used here in South Carolina. What DHEC is pushing for is a waiver that would require SNAP purchasers to subscribe to WIC, Women with Infant Children standards in their purchases. We are very much opposed to that, as is the entire retail community. DHEC, however, after much public input, including strong opposition from us and other retailers, has recommended to Governor Haley's cabinet agency, DSS, the Department of Social Services, that they move forward with such a waiver request. Right now, the details on that waiver are unknown. The director of the agency has suggested perhaps a pilot program will be the request. We'll continue to work against that, and I'll update you on that at the convention. But as it stands right now, DHEC has made that recommendation, and we will continue our opposition. It's a long way from being a done deal, and I will remind you that no such federal waiver has ever been approved, so in all likelihood this one would not be approved either. Finally, I want to thank you for all of your grassroots support during this legislative session, and also remind you that we have a great legislative panel participating in our convention in Hilton Head this year. As I mentioned earlier, Senators Verdon, Grooms, and Shane Martin will be there, and from the House Ways and Means Chairman Brian White, House LCI Chairman Bill Sandifer, and House LCI Subcommittee Chairman Mike Gambrill will all be there. Most of them are returning for many years, and we're glad to have all of them back with us. This is a great educational opportunity for our members, but also a great educational opportunity for these legislators to hear from you, our industry members. Look forward to seeing you at Hilton Head in July, and I'll be back in touch soon. Thanks. Bye.